Turkish history was not shaped solely by wars, khans, and migrations. What distinguished them from other societies was their deep bond with nature, especially with animals. Grey wolves, horses, eagles, dragons, and many others. These creatures were not just a part of daily life, they were bearers of belief, power, ancestry, and sanctity. In this documentary, we will examine the place of animals in Turkic culture under 7 main topics, ranging from mythology to daily life, from shamanic rituals to historical records. This is not a tale. This is a journey tracing the forgotten truths and hidden facts in the shadows of history. In ancient Turkic mythology, the grey wolf, Bozkurt, is not merely a predator. It is a sacred ancestor, a protector, and a symbol of divine guidance. According to one of the oldest Turkic legends, the Asena myth, a wounded child is found, healed, and raised by a she-wolf. This wolf later gives birth to half-wolf, half-human children who become the ancestors of the Göktürks. In this narrative, the wolf is not a dangerous beast but a life-giving figure. It represents survival, endurance, and the ancient bond with nature. The Göktürks carried this sacred wolf figure on their banners and standards. Stylized wolf images even appeared on their coins. The unity between state and mythology was reinforced through these symbols. The howling of the wolf, especially under a full moon, was considered sacred. Sometimes seen as a call of destiny, sometimes as a warning from the spirit realm. For the Turks, the wolf was not merely a creature to follow, it was a leader showing the way. No animal occupies such a central place in Turkic identity as the horse. From the steppes of Central Asia to the frontiers of Byzantium and China, nomadic life was built on the back of the horse. The Turks were among the first peoples to domesticate the horse and master mounted warfare. Horses were not only a mode of transport but sacred companions in war, rituals, hunting, and migration. Children were taught to ride at an early age, and being a skilled horseman was a mark of honor. Archaeological excavations show that elite individuals were buried with their horses. This indicates that horses were considered companions not just in life, but also in the afterlife. They were adorned with decorative tack and buried alongside their riders. The 8th century Orkhon inscriptions demonstrate great reverence for horses. One reads, "My horse carried me across 1,000 mountains, and I avenged my father." In ancient Turkic cosmology, the eagle holds a celestial role. As ruler of the sky, it symbolizes divine order and spiritual power. In Tengrism, the ancient Turkic belief system, the eagle is seen as the eye of God, a guardian watching over earth. It served as a messenger between heaven and earth. Among the Kipchaks and Oghuz Turks, the eagle was often depicted perched atop the tree of life. With its wings spread wide, it was revered as a guardian of cosmic balance. While the double-headed eagle is often associated with Byzantium, some Turkic tribes also adopted it as a symbol of dominion over East and West. In the epic of Oghuz Khan, an eagle landing on the hero's head is interpreted as a divine sign of sacred rulership. For the Turks, the eagle was not just a mighty bird, it was a spirit guarding the celestial order. Like in Chinese and European traditions, dragons and serpents appear in Turkic mythology. But here, their meanings are more mysterious and symbolic. The dragon, or Evren, is often described as a long, snake-like being dwelling on mountaintops, near rivers, or in caves. In the Altai region, dragons were offered sacrifices during droughts. Some were seen as wise beings, others as harbingers of destruction. They guarded water sources, sacred places, and hidden knowledge. Before Islamic influence, the serpent was not considered evil in Turkic shamanism. It symbolized wisdom, transformation, and protection. It was often associated with the underworld spirits. Some Turkic clans even used serpent totems. During the Seljuk and early Ottoman periods, dragon motifs continued to appear, especially in tilework and architecture. They preserved the remnants of this ancient belief system. In Turkic shamanism, animals were seen as spiritual beings. They weren't just natural creatures, but guides who could connect with human souls. The deer was one of the most sacred symbols, known as the soul's guide. Shamans would transform into a deer or follow one during spiritual journeys. Ceremonial items included bear masks, feathers, and antlers. The bear represented strength and stability. Owls and ravens symbolized foresight and connection with the afterlife. On shaman drums, drawings of horses, birds, and fish represented the heavens, earth, and water. Shamans used these spirit animals to travel between worlds, heal, and receive messages from deities. Even after the adoption of Islam, many of these beliefs lived on in folk tales and traditions. Our understanding of the Turkish animal relationship comes from many historical texts. Chinese records note the use of wolf pelts and eagle feathers in royal garments. Arab historians praised the Turks' expertise in horse breeding and mounted warfare. In the book of Dede Korkut, animals represent character. The lion stands for bravery, the gazelle for purity, the snake for cunning. These are not merely literary images, they reflect real cultural values. A major source is Mahmud al-Kashgari's Divanü Lügati't-Türk, written in the 11th century. It contains countless idioms and proverbs involving animals. These aren't just definitions, they reveal the worldview of a civilization. Even today, traces of this ancient relationship survive. The wolf salute, though politically debated, originally refers to the hand gesture representing a wolf's head. Animal motifs, such as rams, birds, and scorpions, are seen on Anatolian carpets and felt rugs. These reflect a deeply rooted spiritual memory. In Central Asia, traditional dances imitating the eagle's flight are still performed. From military symbols to cartoons, animals still appear as national symbols. They were not forgotten, they were preserved, remembered, and honored. From the snowy steppes to the sacred mountains, the Turks carried with them not just legends, but a living connection to the animal world. These creatures did not just live in nature, they lived in stories, in flags, in spirits, and in the hearts of a people. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We explored the sacred animals of the Turks together. But have you ever heard of the lost animals mentioned in ancient Chinese texts, mystical creatures said to have accompanied the earliest Turks? In our next video, we'll dive into the forgotten creatures of legend, spirits that are neither fully myth nor fully history. See you in the next episode.